Good Friday morning and welcome back to AM 560 The Answer. Amy Jacobson here. Bruce Wolf sitting in for the last 3 days for Dan Proft. We've had a lot of fun. Old friend.
I think I'm all sung out.
I'm sweating practicing. You're not going to want to miss this. 8:45, listen in. It's our annual Christmas tradition, even though you're Jewish. But we've got something for everyone at 8:45 and our song, end of the year song, okay?
It's ecumenical.
Yeah, it is ecumenical. I like that. Earlier, about a few weeks ago, Justin Kosick, our technical director, had a big family scare, and even talking about it gets me emotional because I can't imagine what your family went through. But just explain to us what happened to your sister and to your family real quick.
So about a month ago, I was at work, and I get a call from my dad that says my sister's been kidnapped, and I need to get home right away. So come to find out, my sister gets a call at 7:45 in the morning. From somebody claiming to be from the Kane County Sheriff's Office, saying that she missed jury duty and that she needs to get down to the courthouse, bring bail money because she's in a lot of trouble because of it. So my sister, being newly 18, freaks out and she says, "Oh, okay." And she gets up and they say, you have to be on the phone with us so that we know you're not pulling anything. Okay.
So it was a scam, and I've heard of the jury scams before.
Oh, I didn't even know this was a scam.
Oh no, I've heard of people saying you need to wire money right now, or else you're going to go to jail. But this is a new twist to it.
So they had her stop and get bail money. I say that in quotes because she was never in trouble.
Right.
And they had her, go out and get money, every cent in her bank account. They said, "Oh, we can lower your bail. Just get me every cent you have and go get it on these money cards because we need them for a certain thing." And my sister, being newly 18, was confused. So she
fell hook, line, and sinker.
Exactly. So while this is going on, she had to give an emergency contact who she put my mom. She told him all this personal information, stories. And so they give a call to my mom and say, "We have your daughter. Don't hang up. She's kidnapped. If you don't get us money, we're going to rape and kill her."
Yeah, and if you don't give us a certain amount of money, we're going to cut off her finger and mail it to you. I mean, these guys were
unbelievable.
sick.
This is a combination. It's not enough for them to just take all the money from your sister.
But
then they've got to do this kidnapping.
So while
scam,
we can't get a hold of my sister,
kidnapping.
It's a virtual. They call it a virtual kidnapping, is what it's been called by the police. But while this is going on, while my sister's being scammed, my mom and we can't reach my sister or my mom because they both can't hang up.
Because their lines are tied. But listen to this, Bruce. When they got the sister's phone number, they routed it somewhere through Kentucky. So on the mom's line, it looks like her daughter is calling her.
Oh, it came from my sister's phone number.
Sick. I mean, can you imagine? I would just have been out of my mind. So, long story short,
So at the end of the day,
your mom clear out her bank account too.
My mom had to clear out most of her savings. Yeah, she gave him about $5,000-$6,000. My sister gave him $500-$600. I mean, every cent of a college student's bank account. And my mom, who's saved all this money over these past couple of years, it's all gone.
Yeah.
All gone, just the scammers, and there's nothing. Basically, we've been told by the police there's nothing they can do.
And then they just release her and that's it. And I mean,
she was never kidnapped. So what happened? It all tied up in the end was they got all the money from my mom, and they said, give us the name of another relative because we need more money. So they called my dad, and they say, we need $5,000. So my dad goes to the bank to get the money because, of course, anybody would. And while he was at the bank, he ran into my sister, who was there getting the last cent out of her bank account, and it was a huge what's going on moment.
Well, I'm just a little confused as to how it looks like a kidnapping, but your sister was never really in the custody
she
of
was
these
never.
people.
No.
Okay.
So that's why it's a virtual kidnapping.
But how does your mother wasn't able to get in touch with your sister?
No.
Both of their phones were tied up with the same.
They couldn't hang up.
They couldn't hang up.
All right.
And so my mom being terrified because she thinks something's going to happen to her daughter, and my sister being terrified because she thinks she's going to go to jail if she.
And your father runs into your sister
at the bank, and it's a huge
coincidence.
Because they were trying to get my sister to drive to Benton, Illinois. Come to find out later, they wanted her to go all the way down to Benton, Illinois, so that this could go on for hours.
Oh.
But my sister said, "I don't know where that is. I can't get it on my phone because I'm on a phone call and 4G doesn't work."
They wanted to keep this going to suck more money out.
More money from more family members because I would have drained my bank account. My dad would have drained his.
Yeah.
So what do? They basically just wire the money to these people? Or?
You wired them through money cards. Money packs, I think they're called.
So there's no way of tracing them or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, I have the police. So who's leading the investigation?
Right now it's between Carroll Stream and the Elgin Police Department. To be quite frank, we haven't gotten much support from either of them. Mm-hmm. We have evidence that could lead to further investigation, and they don't seem interested.
Well, what
in
about the FBI? I saw NBC. They had a story, and the FBI is actually involved.
the FBI? Yes, they're aware of it. I don't know if they're actually helping us. I think we have somebody from the FBI that's on our case, but nobody's providing a lot of support to it.
Because this is an international thing, too, because people in Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Joining us, though, on our Turnkey.pro answer line is Justin's mother, Tina. Good morning, Tina. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing good. How are you?
Good. So has this, have you had to seek counseling or anything from this? I mean, this is a traumatic experience for you and your daughter, and we were wondering, how you're handling all of this.
Yeah, I just may do that because there are times when I do think about it and think about all the what ifs, and it really takes a toll on me mentally. So.
And then the generosity of others. I mean, Justin set up a GoFundMe page, and
he certainly did, and I am forever grateful for him setting that up, and I am deeply appreciate all the donations that we receive from family members, friends. You there at the station were able to get us on the radio the day after, so that really put a lot of words out. I'm grateful that the word is getting out about the scam, and so that somebody else may not fall for it like I did. It's not something I'm embarrassed of because it was a call essentially from my daughter from two men saying they had her. I would have drained my bank account if I had more money. I would have given them every cent I had for my child.
Mm-hmm. And how's your daughter doing? I mean, 18 years old, I'm sure she's learned a life lesson here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. She's not as rattled as I am because luckily, there was no threats, for killing your parents to her.
Right.
I mean, I think it took more of a mental toll on me than it did her. So she is safe and sound.
And it's so weird because I know that there are sick people out there and demented, but this is a whole different level of evil, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They definitely play on your fear. I mean, they know what they're doing, and hopefully eventually, more sooner than later, they'll get caught.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would fall for this.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
would.
horrible. What I'm just trying to understand is on a very bad technically, following this thing. So you're not able to give her a call because her line is tied up. I thought phones could take like two calls at the same time.
Well, her caller ID showed that it was her daughter's phone, that these guys not only kidnapped the daughter, but kidnapped her phone. Like, we're on her cell phone.
Right. So she had every reason to believe.
Right,
Why would
so
she
she
call her?
wouldn't
She's
even
on the
try
same line
it.
as her.
She
Right.
wouldn't even try
So,
it.
yes, Tina?
In addition, they also told me, the alleged kidnappers also told me that if I did, any sort of sound I made in my car while I was driving around, getting the money and getting the cards, any sort of sound, they followed that up with making, they had a woman there with them as well, and making her scream, making me, assume that it's my daughter that they're torturing because I'm doing something wrong. So I was afraid to, try to text someone, try to do anything else, because if I made a noise, they told me they were going to, like Amy said, cut off her finger and send it to me.
Oh, gosh.
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, do you still have your GoFundMe?
Yes, the GoFundMe's still up.
Thank you, Tina, for your time, by the way, and God bless you. Have a Merry Christmas. I'm sure you're going to have a better Christmas. Very appreciative Christmas.
The GoFundMe's still up. It's, to replace every little cent. I did this out of the kindness of my heart. My mom didn't set this up. My sister, to clear the air, because we got some negative feedback kind of on the whole GoFundMe thing. I set this up to give and we got no help from Chase. Nobody's helping us at all because it's just kind of big whatever. So I set up the GoFundMe out of the kindness of my heart to help my mom and sister get back on their feet and savings. You can go to GoFundMe.com/Kosek, KOSEK, kidnapping money scam, and donate there. We've already gotten an amazing amount. I couldn't believe.
Thanks to Dan Proft. I mean, no, seriously.
no,
and I thought that was very, very generous of Dan. That was great.
And it may not seem like Dan Proft every day is the most kind and loving guy.
No,
but
Dan is a soft heart.
He does.
That's why he's got the hard exterior.
Right.
No, he
because
really
if somebody gets in there.
No, Dan is all about helping
No,
people
he does
out.
help people. Yep.
I mean, that's
he
what
sure
his whole point is, to help the impoverished and everybody, but the liberals don't do it. But that's getting political.
And hopefully
he's
someday
very good.
we'll get those people.